Here at the Dixon Water Foundation, our goal is to promote healthy watersheds through good land management. An effort for our grazing management to purposefully align with the ecosystems where we graze, we have to make decisions that account for variability within those systems. The core of our grazing management revolves around a multi-pasture approach. This means that we move a large herd through several pastures at a high stock density and low frequency of grazing. After grazing, the individual pastures are given a lengthy rest period in order to recover and promote new plant growth. The plant growth then works to capture more rainfall, transferring it into the soil, reducing runoff and water loss, sustaining plant productivity and thus cattle productivity. Additionally, the frequent movement of our herd gives us an opportunity to evaluate individuals in that herd. Our foundation owns ranches in 2 different ecoregions within the state of Texas. Our North Texas ranch is situated within the Cross Timber and Prairies ecoregion. It sits at about 950 feet elevation and receives roughly 40 inches of rainfall a year. Our West Texas ranch is located in the Trans-Pecos ecoregion. It sits at about 4,600 feet of elevation near the town of Marfa and is in the grasslands of the Chihuahuan Desert. This ecoregion is more arid and receives roughly 16 inches of rainfall annually. The majority of this rain comes during the monsoon season, July through September. In addition to our multi-paddock or multi-pasture rotationally grazed herd, we also have a herd that grazes a large, roughly 2,100 acre pasture continuously. This is a more traditional approach to grazing, and we feature both approaches in order to compare any measurable differences to each approach. These herds are cow-calf herds. Additionally, we have a grass-fed operation through which we sell about 35 2-year-old steers per year to a grass-fed cooperative. We time our calving season in West Texas to begin August 1st, after the monsoon season is typically underway. This way, the growing season has had a chance to begin and there is more nutritional forage available for both mother cow and calf. During the calving season, we ride through our herd daily, tagging new calves, identifying the mother, and making notes on the mother's parenting behavior and the health of both animals. Unfortunately, this year, 2020, we have had below average rainfall in West Texas. A weather station at the Marfa Municipal Airport, which sits next to our West Texas ranch, recorded a total of 4.67 inches of precipitation in 2020. This means that we've had considerably less rainfall than average, have had a shortened growing season, leaving limited new growth and limited nutritional forage out on the pasture. Meanwhile, our North Texas ranch has had average rainfall, producing forage in excess of what we could utilize with our existing herd numbers there. In order to adapt to these conditions, while also maintaining what we consider to be an appropriate level of grazing pressure for available forage, we chose to destock our West Texas ranch. We wanted to make sure that the number of head could be carried on the available forage, while also leaving a substantial cushion for next year. This cushion of vegetative cover will allow us to catch next year's rainfall. The destocking process involved driving our herd to our working pens. There, we had an opportunity to sort our herd based on animals we've evaluated as being old or having poor parenting skills, or else possessing some other trait that we do not believe fits the type of animal that thrives within our management. Ultimately, in consideration of the health of the herd and the health of our ranch, we chose to sell some animals and relocate others. We relocated some to our North Texas ranch in order to utilize the excess growth produced by the substantial rainfall which fell there. This also gave us a chance to sell some individuals from our North Texas herd, while giving us a chance to get closer to our target stock density for grazing at our North Texas operation. Within our cow-calf herds that were spread across the continuous and rotationally grazed pastures, we sold 20% of our herd and shipped 40% of our herd to our North Texas ranch. Within our grass-finished operation, we sold 50%, which was this year's scheduled sale of 2-year-old steers, and retained our 1-year-old steers, which will be next year's grass-fed sales. Among our 1-year-old heifers, which will eventually become mother cows within our cow-calf herd, we sold 25% and shipped 75% to our North Texas ranch. We kept 40% of our cow-calf herd, with 20% of those that remained grazing in the continuous pasture and 80% rotating through the pastures spread across the remainder of the ranch in our high-intensity, low-frequency grazing. This year we will also rely on other available West Texas locations to help graze and help give us more of a cushion of forage, including our Alamito Creek Preserve. We will continue to evaluate precipitation, herd health, and forage availability with hopes to return our West Texas cattle from our North Texas ranch next fall. Please check back in a few months. We plan on releasing these updates seasonally. And thanks for tuning in.